Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you guys part 2 of my scary spooky series about my haunted houses that I grew up in, or a haunted apartment that I stayed in not too long ago. I just recently moved. So this house I moved into when I was 13 years old, and I finally got my bedroom to myself for the first time, and I was like, so when I first moved in there, I started noticing I felt watched all the time in my room, but I thought maybe it was just me being paranoid because I'm alone in my room for the first time, and it freaks me out to be in the dark. Like it creeps me out. But I would start hearing breathing sometimes when the lights were out, and it would make me very uncomfortable. So I would just end up having somebody come in my room to sleep with me that night, like my brother. He would sleep on the floor, or I would have my light on all night. And it was very, very uncomfortable. But like after a while I started getting used to it, and then after I started seeing stuff, those lights were on no matter what. Like if my mom came in and turned that light up, I was up. When you believe in such things, or you talk about such things, or acknowledge them, it makes it worse. Like they will feed off of it. My mom, she used to sleep in the basement of that house, and I remember sometimes she would tell me, and I would notice, because sometimes I'd go down there to check on her or ask her for something, like, just to show with my mom, because me and my mom are really close. And I would see it was a digital alarm clock, and it would always be blinking. It would like be reset by itself. Like every single morning, my mom, if you need her to get on this channel for proof, I can ask her experiences. And I actually did ask her for this video, but she told me that the alarm clock would go like on and off, and it would reset itself. Like she'd have to set it to the alarm, because she had a set time for it every morning for my dad, and she'd have to reset it every single day because it wouldn't stay like on. And we had that thing for years. And then there was this heavy door, because we had the basement where my mom had her little bed and stuff, and then there was a big heavy wooden door. This door was heavy, and they usually keep it closed when my mom went to bed. But in that room was our storage, our laundry, our washer and dryer, and a bathroom, like a little toilet. My mom said that she'd be down there sleeping sometimes, or trying to sleep, and the door would open by itself, and no one else would be down there. And she would just shut it, and then it would open back up. I know I always had weird vibes down there. I remember I hated having to go down there to go to the bathroom at 3 in the morning. And my dad would get up for work, and we usually shower for like an hour. Like we'd be showering and taking like, sorry, this is TMI, but we'd be taking like a dump. And I'm just like, dude, I need to use the bathroom right now. So I'd have to go down in the basement and use that toilet, and I would run. Right after I was done using it, I would run straight up the stairs. It was so creepy. Fast forward, and there are some other creepy things that have happened. One night, there was like a night where I was like sleeping in my bed, and I already had those creepy vibes, and I already felt watched. And I'm just laying there, and I have this really like huge comforter like on me, like completely on me, and all of a sudden there's like my leg ends up hanging off the edge of the bed, and the blanket gets whipped up off of my leg so that it's exposed, and I just jump up so quick, and I'm just like, what the hell, dude? Like, really? Like, I know it sounds like I am not freaked out, but that was so, like, it was like being physically touched by something that you can't see, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, it's so uncomfortable. And then your parents, like, it's like they believe you, but they're like, yeah, I guess it happens, but like, what can you do? And you, like, all you can really do is be like, okay, I'm gonna keep my lights on, I'm gonna have summer parties every weekend so that I'm not messed with. Cause like, usually whenever I wasn't alone, I was fine. But whenever I was, it fed off of my fear of what it was. Sarah has actually seen something behind me. There's a story time about that in a different video. It's pretty old, but I can link it below so that if you haven't watched it, you can go check it out, because it's actually really creepy and things come from that video. There's like these little floating orbs in the entire video. Like, see, it's creepy. You just have to go check it out. So that happened, and then there was a night where I was going down the steps to go probably grab laundry or something, and there was this little window on the steps, and it's like in the middle of the stairway, so like halfway down the steps, it's right there. And I remember I was going down the steps, and something caught my eye, like in the corner of it. So I look over, and it's this glowing white, like it looks like the bottom of a dress, and it's just glowing, like, so it's so iridescent, and it's so, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just looking at it and I'm like mesmerized by it, because I'm like, what is that? And it was not, at first I thought it was like a headlight, but it's going back and forth like fast, and I'm just like, what is that? It did that for a good like maybe 5-10 seconds, and then it was gone. And when I look back on it, like, Sarah brought it up to me, because when I told this story before, she told me it was probably something behind me, like a reflection on the glass. And when she tells me that, it makes me even more uncomfortable, because, like, don't want to be triggering, but it makes me think that somebody hung themselves on that stairway, and it was the bottom of the dress swinging back in the reflection. That's like what I get from it, and like it just freaks me out thinking about how if I would have turned around, what if I would have seen something? I didn't feel anything behind me. Like, it kind of gave me creepy vibes when I looked in the window, but I didn't think anything of it because it was just so glowing, and like I'm just like, what is that? Like, I couldn't even put like 2 and 2 together. But then looking back on it now, I'm like, that makes a little more sense, and I wish it didn't, because I don't like thinking that might have happened. And then Sarah, she's seen something behind me, a girl in a long white gown with dark hair. So I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm just going to leave it at that, and you can see the video for yourself. There was a time where the kitchen, like, my brother and his ex-girlfriend, they were in the kitchen cooking. It was late at night, and I was out in the living room with my boyfriend at the time, and all of a sudden we hear this loud, like, bang, like, we hear, like, something open, like like the fridge, and then we hear a loud bang, something really heavy fell onto the floor, and my brother was like, what the hell was that? And we run in there because we think that somebody got hurt. And then my brother was just like, no, like, we're fine, but like, we had a ham in the fridge, and well, like a ham in the freezer, and it just came out by itself. I mean, maybe somebody didn't shut the freezer all the way. That could be an explanation to it. If you guys could put any explanations to any of these things, that would be great. Yeah, so there was another time where, because I have instruments, like I have a guitar, and then I have a keyboard, and the guitar in the middle of the night, and Sarah's heard this for herself, the guitar would strum by itself at night, and it was very eerie and very just uncomfortable, and I didn't like it. Fast forward, and there's a time me and my boyfriend at the time, we're not together anymore obviously, and we were like it was like 7 or 8 in the morning, and we were laying in bed, and he got up to go to the bathroom, and then I'm just sitting there, like, chilling, because it's like 8 in the morning. I don't remember. I don't think we went to bed yet. We were like really bad. We were like night owls. It was bad. But we were up that night, like really late, and we were just about to go to sleep. Just about to go to sleep, and then he comes running into the room, and he's like, "Were you just calling my name? Like, were you whispering my name at the door? Like, why are you trying to be funny with me right now?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? I'm sitting here on my phone." And he's like, "I heard my name being called outside the door." And I'm like, "That wasn't me. That was not me." And at first he didn't believe me. I'm like, "That's seriously not me. Like, if that was me, I would probably end up laughing and say, yeah, it was me after like a second. Like, I'm not a good liar." So that freaked him out. He was just like, "Well, I heard something call my name." And we ended up sleeping downstairs in the living room instead of my bedroom because we were like, like, we weren't about to sleep in my room after that. But yeah, those creepy things, those are the only creepy things I can really remember from that place. It also had a really creepy attic. And there was like creepy like porcelain dolls in there and stuff, and like, what the fuck is this? But I made the mistake of taking one of those out, playing with it when I was like, yeah, me being 13 and playing with the doll. I guess that's normal, but I played with it for a while until I like ended up throwing it out. Probably wasn't the best idea either, but yeah, it was a creepy situation. So if you stayed for this video and you enjoyed it, I hope that you give this video a like and share it so that your friends can enjoy it with you, and that you subscribe, because I would love for you guys to join this family, and I know Sarah would love for you guys to join this family, so please subscribe. And if you don't, that's okay too. Thanks for sticking around and watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.